I want to raise one more important point about Sonam's story. Actually, I think you all must have also been watching the story, the news on media. What media is trying to put forward is that there was affair between Raj Kushwaha and Sonam Raghuvanshi, which does not seem logical to me at all. I mean, this narration which media is trying to push that everything happened because Sonam and Raj has been into love affair. So they just wanted to eradicate the other voice so that they can get together. But I do not believe in this narration because I am unable to see anything logical here. See, first of all, you compare Sonam and Raj. Raj neither has good looks. He, Raj neither has good looks nor he had money, and he is also younger to Sonam. If you look at Sonam, Sonam was already managing herself, the family business. She had access to money and she wanted to pursue her further education. And now you compare Raj and Raja. Raja belonged to better family. Raja had more money. Raja had better looks. Raja was a regular gym goer. He had very good physique. He owned a bike. And if you notice the behavior of his family right from the first day, I think anybody can tell that Raja was mannered and educated also. So there is no comparison between Raja and Raj. And there is also no comparison between Raj and Sonam. So, see, in many scenarios, if you notice that if maybe because of out of the horniness, if a woman gets physical with some boy, she still keeps it private and she still try to forget about it in order to move on in her life. Even if a woman is choosing to get physical with any such boy who is way lower to her and who she cannot see a future with, in all these scenarios women prefer to dump the boy and move ahead in their life with better option. So even if they somehow got physical someday, maybe, but Sonam had no reason to settle with Raj, and Raj had no comparison with Raja. Anybody can see and anybody can tell that there was no comparison between Raja and Raj. And I am telling you, even if a woman gets physical with any such boy with whom she is unable to see her future, she does not mind dumping those guys. Women very smartly move on, forgetting about any such guy. So Sonam had no reason to kill somebody better for Raj. So it is only media who is trying to push this narration again and again that there was some love affair between Sonam and Raj, and Sonam killed Raja because of Raj, because she wanted to settle down with Raj. I am telling you, as far as I understand women, I've done a lot of research on women. Women had no reason to settle down with any such boy. They may go ahead and get physical with such any boy. They may go ahead and do S with any such boy. But a woman who was herself managing a business, who had all the access to all the money, who wanted to pursue her future education, further education, had no logical reason to settle with a guy like Raj, had no reason to kill a boy like Raja for a boy like Raj. Actually, the thing is, I'll tell you, there are two things that you must understand. First of all, that you must understand is that women are very smart in manipulating boys into doing favors for them. They do not mind giving fake hopes to men, and they also do not, I mean, and they are also very smart in putting forward a persona of a helpless woman before men in order to manipulate him, or maybe to persuade him, or maybe to emotionally convince him to act in her favor, to do something which can benefit her. So, as far as I understand women, as far as I understand human psychology, I am telling you, Sonam had no reason to kill Raja to settle down with Raj. She kind of very smartly pulled the Raj into the mess, either with the lurement of money, or maybe she kind of emotionally convinced him to do all this because she did not want to marry. Either she did not want to marry, or she did not want to marry the boy, Raja. So the first thing that you must understand, that Raja and Raj had no comparison. Second thing that you must understand, that Sonam had no future with a boy like Raj. So she has no reason. She had no reason to kill a boy like Raja for a boy like Raj, because Raja is always a better option. Anybody can tell that Raja is always a better option for settling down. I am telling you, even if women physically involve themselves with with boys like Raj, they do not mind dumping the guy and moving ahead for a better option, for a boy like Raja. So this narration that Sonam and Raj had love affair is wrong. It is only media is trying to push it, maybe because they want to create their story more hot for audience. This is what media do many times. We have recently seen how media works when a rift occurred between Pakistan and India. I think you must all have watched what our local media channels, mainstream news channels, did. So you cannot blindly believe on everything media is telling you. And as far as I understand women psychology, as far as I understand human psychology, I may be wrong. Okay, I may be wrong on everything. I'm not saying that only I am right and only whatever I am telling you is right. But if you look at everything through logical lenses, do not listen to media. Look at everything through logical lenses. You tell me, do Raj and Raja have any competition? Don't you think that Raja is always a better option than Raj for settling down? I'm not talking about physical, I'm not talking about S. Women may go ahead and do with anyone because of maybe they are in the need of S. So many times, if you are the right man at the right place, you get S from women, simply because women is looking for S. She is actually horny. So even if Sonam done as with Raj, she had no reason to settle down with him. A woman who was running business, who had access to all the money, who had ambition for further studies. Why would she ever settle down with a boy like Raj? So this whole story is a made up story by media, and I have told you women are very smart in manipulating boys, especially ignorant boys who does not understand women's true nature. They become a very easy victim for smart women. Women do not mind giving fake hopes to these boys to get free favors done for themselves, and women are also very smart in putting fake personas before different men. So maybe by putting the persona of a helpless woman, this smart girl kind of emotionally convinced Raj to do everything for her. So Raj, because of his ignorance and because of his innocence, got himself and his friends into this mess. Because of this smart woman, he became a puppet of the hands of the smart woman. And now look at the case of Sonam. See, might be there is some other boy whom the girl was genuinely interested in, with whom she was aspiring to settle down. Or the fact is, Sonam did not want to settle down. She just did not want to marry. Either she has some another boy who she is genuinely interested in, with whom she was planning to settle down. Either because of him, she conspired everything, or maybe she conspired everything because she simply did not want to marry. She simply did not want to settle down. See, what you people need to understand is that with time, women have also changed. Today's women are not similar to those traditional women that we grew up with, and the kind of image, very conventional and traditional image of women that we have always had in our brain, are no more. Today women are independent, freedom loving, outgoing, and more women are becoming like this. They have their own aspirations, they have their own ambitions, they have their own goals to achieve. They are living their life dreaming about their own goals, dreaming about a life for themselves. So you cannot expect similar traditional and conventional roles from today's women anymore. So simply because the woman was ambitious herself, aspirational herself, she does not want to become a daughter-in-law of somebody's family. She did not want to settle down and tie herself down as a housewife of some other man. If you are getting my point, I am telling you time has changed, and with time women has also changed. Women have also changed. Many of these today's women do not believe in traditional roles anymore. You cannot keep on judging today's women on the very conventional traits of women you grew up with. Today's women are ambitious, aspirational. They have their own dreams to achieve. And in this situation, you cannot expect similar traditional and conventional roles from women anymore. Today's women do not want to become daughter in laws of somebody's family. Today's women do not want to tie them down with a man simply to become his life. Today's women want to live their own life. They want to design their own life as per their own aspiration and ambition. So maybe Sonam have somebody else who is still not in picture. Maybe she has done everything to get that boy who is still a misery, who is still not in picture. Or maybe she has done everything for herself because she is an ambitious woman. She was running a business. She had access to all the money. Imagine a woman offering 20 lakh rupees to the killers. You can only imagine how much freedom this girl had from her family, how much trust this woman had from her family. Her parents had given her access to money. She had access to all the bank accounts. So a woman like this, who had access to all the bank accounts, who had access to all the money, who was already running a business, who had aspiration to do MBA, maybe because she simply did not want to marry, she simply did not want to tie herself down with a man, she simply did not want to become a daughter in law of somebody's family. And maybe because of her own aspiration, she kind of either lured Raj in with money, or maybe she kind of manipulated and persuaded him. She kind of emotionally convinced him to do everything for her. Or maybe she also may have a plan that I'll get everything done through Raj, and then put all the blame on the Raj and very smartly escape from the entire situation. She might have planned like this also, that I will emotionally convince Raj to do the murder, and when Raja will get killed, I'll get rid of Raja, and afterwards, I'll put all the blame on Raj, that it is he who did it, and I'll escape from the entire situation. It might also be a case that this is what the actual plan of Sonam was. So, as far as I understand women, as far as I understand human psychology, again, I may be wrong. Police is still doing its investigation. We can only speculate from distance. I can be wrong. I can be wrong on everything. But as far as I understand women, I understand human psychology. I am telling you that Sonam had no reason to settle down with a boy like Raj, because Raja is always 1,000 times better option than Raj. Even you can agree on this with me. And second thing, Sonam had no comparison with a boy like Raj. She herself was thousands times better than Raj. She was running a business. She had access to money. She was well educated, and she was also given enough freedom from her family. So, this entire narration of the love affair between Sonam and Raj is media induced. I cannot see any logic in it. I cannot find any truth in it. However, having said that, having said all these things, many times attraction is not rational, attraction is not logical. This is also one fact. Many times it's hard to understand who may fall for whom. So this is also one fact that we need to keep in consideration, because many times attraction is not logical, it is not backed by any rationality, and it is kind of impossible to understand who would fall for whom. So police is doing its investigation and everything will come out very soon. We can only speculate from distance, but as far as my understanding of human and women is concerned, I am telling you, many times it happens. Many times women get physical with such boys, maybe in the heat of the emotion, maybe because they are themselves actually horny, they are themselves looking to do as with some man or boy. So many times it happens, women go ahead and get actually involved with men who are not at their league, and with men who are not a good option for settling down. Many time it happens, but in most of these scenarios women are sensible enough, smart enough, they do not mind dumping such boys, they do not mind leaving these men behind, and they do not mind moving away, moving ahead from these men, leaving them behind. This is what women do in many cases. This is what women do in almost all of these scenarios. They use these men or boys for actual pleasure, and they just dump them because they have nothing more to get from these men. They simply dump them and they move on in their life, and then they go ahead and keep on living their life as per their own aspiration. This is what happens in many such scenario. So I cannot see any logic in Raj and Sonam's love affair, and I also cannot see logic in Sonam killing Raja, a boy like Raja who was thousands times better than Raj, for Raj, who had no match with a boy like Raja and who had no match with a girl like Sonam.